Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURUL binti NASRUL from AP229D5D. Today, me and my members group will present about the adaptive reuse project of Biomedical Museum in Kuala Lumpur. First of all, the IMR can be considered as one of the historic buildings that existed in Malaysia, so it is important to protect the heritage structure of the building in order to maintain its sustainability. For the building background, Kuala Lumpur Biomedical Museum is located at Institute for Medical Research in Kuala Lumpur. Also, this building was built in 1928 and is categorized as a historical heritage building in Malaysia under the National Heritage Act 2005. The founder of the institute is Sir Frank Atherstone, who was the resident of Malaya during that time. And also, the building was originally known as Institute Medical Research (IMR) back then, before it was converted into a museum of medicine and medical research. Okay, next is a plan of location where the case study is located in the area of Institute for Medical Research in Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur. For the building orientations, Biomedical Museum building facade is facing the west, so the sun is rise start from the rear elevations of the building facing the east.
So for the first adjacent building, it is Institute of Medical Research or IMR, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, Pediatric Unit Hospital Kuala Lumpur, Cakit Tram Station, Mandiri International Remittance Sendirian Berhad. And as for the vegetation, there are 5 types of vegetation that can be found around the site, which is the first one is Rostonia regia, Pterocarpus indicus, yellow butterfly palm, Buddhist pine, and parrot heliconia. And as for the road access, the main road access to the building is through the main road nearby, which is Jalan Pahang, Kuala Lumpur. And as for the architectural style, the building is a square-shaped building with 1,115.3 square meter. It has an architectural style of neoclassical and art deco. This type of architectural style usually features paladin type windows and multiple ornaments on top of columns and facade.
My name is SHAFIQ AIMAN bin OTHMAN. I will present about SWOT analysis. Firstly, we go to the strength. The first strength is the building itself. It has the value through the combination of neoclassic and art deco architecture. The next strength is the building is used and consists of landscape and parking, which allow the visitor to park their transport inside. After that, we go to the weaknesses. The first weaknesses is the numerous defects found on the building element as a which can give bad impression to the user. Next is the maintenance management of the building is likely to become in poor condition. Lastly, for the weaknesses is all building material which are difficult to find when maintenance work is conducted. Before that, we go to the opportunity. The first opportunity is the location of the building can be considered as strategic, which surrounded with university such as UUM, UKM, and other college and public access, which can attract potential visitor of museum. It also located at center of tourist spot destination, which may attract the foreigner to become one of the museum visitor. After that, we go to the trade. The first trade is the location of the building can be considered as strategic, which surrounded with university such as UUM, UKM, and other college and transport public access, which can attract potential visitor of museum. Lastly, it is also located at the center of tourist spot destination, which may attract the foreigner to become one of the museum visitors. That's all for the SWOT analysis. Thank you.
So now we proceed with building condition assessment part. Here is an example of major defects that has been identified in biomedical museums. The major defects include peeling of paint on ceiling, rotting timber frames, peeling of wall plaster, broken of drain at the base and dampness on wall. All these defects is rated up to 12, which can be considered as danger and poor. For defect analysis by elements, there are 14 elements of building in Biomedical Museum affected with defects. The elements include services, fabrics, and components. The highest numbers of defects found at an element is on ceiling with total numbers of 13 defects recorded, followed by stairs element with 11 total numbers of defects. Next, we move to analysis types of defects. Based on report received, there are 85 total defect has been identified, which divided by 20 types of defects. The highest number of types of defect are peeling of paint, which 10 peeling of paint detected within the building. The overall building rating is 5, which means the building is in a good condition with minor defects and function as intended.
So for our design concept on the ground floor is fine dining. This is because we are considering the suitability of existing building layout and historical value which is suitable for the concept. Also, the unique building conditions in terms of architecture could provide better or enhanced dining experience. Also, the aim for the concept also is to provide luxury fine dining experience for the future customers or visitors with implementations of healthy food to align or adapt towards the existing culture of the building which is health and science. Okay, next, also on the ground floor is a mini garden located at the center of the building which is the courtyard. The reason is to adapt green elements into the building that will help improve the appearance of the surrounding. Also, the aim is the garden to be as a part of the wow factor or main eye catcher as soon as the visitor enters the restaurant from the lobby or receptions. Besides is the bubble diagram of the ground floor, which is it show the flow of human movement within the space. The objective of this bubble diagram is to minimize partitions wall to help in improvement into the interior space, giving a wider and spacious appearance, and to ensure that delivery or service road is well planned to help improve efficiency for the restaurant service.
Okay, next, I will present about design concept on the first floor. The design concept on the first floor is we made an art gallery. Why we made an art gallery? This is because art gallery is very fit well with the fine dining restaurant on the ground floor. It is giving the building both luxury facility, which is a fine dining restaurant and an art gallery. The aim for this art gallery is to provide future visitors with a modern art gallery and well designed within a pre-war building. It also aims to be as a part of the main attraction of the building. That's all. Okay, next we go to the stage and activity room. Why we include a stage or activity room in art gallery? This is because the space where the performance could be made to ensure the level of attraction to the building. The aim of this space is to be the biggest attraction to the gallery. It also to blend in live performance instead of just passive showcase into the gallery. Will also greatly enhance the building level of attraction. After that, we go to the bubble diagram. The objective of bubble diagram is to ensure well-managed flow within the space in the building. Before that, we also to minimize the partition wall to help in improvement into the interior space, giving a wider and spacious appearance. Lastly, it also to provide more opening and access door within the space.
So here is the comparisons of drawing before and after adaptive reuse project of existing building for Biomedical Museum to Healthy People Restaurant. As we can see here, many improvements in terms of space function has been proposed within the building. For example, for ground floor, Pusat Sumber has been changed to dining space, while for the first floor, Toxicology and Microbiology Lab has been proposed to gallery and stage room.
Next, for the measured drawing, there are multiple types of measured drawing, which is the first one is the ground floor plan, the first floor plan, the attic plan, roof plan, and for elevation, which is the front, rear, right, and left elevation. And as for the building detailing, these are the PWD facilities that is proposed for the building, which is the first one is ramp, reinforced concrete ramp with 370 mm rise, 240 mm slope and 1500 mm length. And as for the wheelchair elevator that is proposed is a hydraulic elevator with a standard capacity of 340 kg and a maximum travel distance of 7 meter. Next is for the existing element in the building, which is the first one is column. There are 3 types of column that could be found in the building, which is the first one is square Tuscan order concrete column, circle Tuscan order concrete column, and ionic Tuscan order concrete column. And as for the windows, there are multiple types of windows that could be found in the building, but all of these windows could be classified into 4 main types, which is the first one is arch casement window, double casement window, glass block window, and lastly the triple casement window.
This is building perspective of Medical Museums, Jalan Pahang, Kuala Lumpur. Let's move to ground floor interior. Basically, the main approach of interior design concept is to apply minimalism or modern concept in which furnitures, paint and walls decor are kept to minimum to avoid cluttering in spaces. Ground floor interior started with lobby and reception space. There are PWD's facilities such as ramp and wheelchair elevator provided here. It also has reception counter for public face as well as to welcome the visitors. Next one is dining space. The dining space is located at the left and right sides of the building, which mainly function for visitors or building to enjoy their meal. Basically, the space is furnished with elegant and vintage themes to attract more people to come in this building. There is piano provided at one corner of the dining space, which offer relaxed music as well as boosting positive mood and peaceful for the visitors while having their meal in table. Meanwhile, at the middle of the fine dining consists courtyard with mini garden and greenery touch such as plantation and water fountain. Clinically, the greenery elements can help to provide therapy and reduce stress among the visitors. Last one is kitchen space. For this proposal, the kitchen space is divided by 3 different areas, which is frozen, storage and serving area, cooking and dishwashing area, and finally miscellaneous storage room. This room is provided with facilities such as cabinet, freezer, serving rack and sink. The kitchen area commands as central part for this restaurant where food gets orders, prepared, cooked and being served to customers. The kitchen is carefully designed for the staff to consistently deliver the meal. Thus, only healthy food is served here.
The first floor interior. The main concept or approach in designing the first floor interior is minimalism and modern. Implementation of parquet floor and white walls are to ensure bright and clean interior surrounding could be achieved, and minimum number of furnitures will be placed into spaces to ensure adequate space for artwork viewing, and most walls are painted white to maximize space for artwork display. There are 8 main spaces on the first floor, which is the first one is locker room, which is located in front of the reception. Next is the reception, where installation of a reception counter would be made. And next is walkway 1, which is located next to gallery 1. Gallery 1 will include installation of 2 display walls, and for gallery 2 will include installation of 1 circular glass showcase in the middle of the space. Next is for stage and activity room, where installation of a mini stage will be done and placements of multiple bin bags and table and chairs for audiences. And next is gallery 4, where installation of 1 display walls will be made and placement of 2 benches for visitors. And lastly, walkway 2, which is located next to gallery 4.